Hello. Today we're going to be looking at how we can write a persuasive letter for a CAPT interdisciplinary writing session. You'll be taking the CAPT in March, but it's really important that we start working on it very early to make sure that we are up to par to where we need to be. All right, so I basically broke this down into two sections. The first section we're going to be looking at is the intro paragraph. All right, how is it that you should be organizing your paragraph to make sure that it is on point? Okay, and the second thing we're going to be looking at is the overall essay organization, and we'll get into this in just a little bit. First thing I want you to think about when you're doing the intro paragraph is I want you to remember the acronym LIPAT. I'll write it on the board for you. L-I-P-A-T, LIPAT, okay, which stands for lead, issue, position, arguments, and transition. First thing, your lead is your opening statement. It's going to be not very specific, but it's going to be broad and general, but related to your topic. Your issue, basically you're going to tell me what is the problem that you're going to be talking about in your paper. Your position is where do you stand personally. Next, you have arguments. You're going to be giving 3 arguments. Make sure you're giving 3 arguments that support your position, 3 reasons why you have this position. And then finally, you're going to have a transition, which is going to basically set up your next paragraph. Okay? It's going to be one of your arguments. You're going to be setting up the discussion of one of your arguments. And we're going to talk about that right here in the essay organization. All right, essay organization, basically I just went over the intro paragraph. Remember, you're going to use LIPAT, okay? Lead, intro, position, arguments, and transition. Inside your intro paragraph, you're going to be giving 3 arguments, okay? This intro paragraph is basically going to set up your entire paper. It's very important. You're going to give your arguments 1, 2, and 3. You're going to give them, basically the order that you give them is the same order that you're going to discuss them in the body paragraphs. Okay, body paragraphs, basically remember a paragraph is 5 to 7 sentences, and each one of these body paragraphs supports your position in your paper. Okay, your first body paragraph is going to be about your first argument. See how it's the same order? That's really important. Second body paragraph is going to be about your second argument, and your third body paragraph is going to be about the third argument. All right, it's very important when you're doing the CAPT exercises that you are using quotes from both sources. Both sources. I'm going to underline that. Both sources to support your argument. Don't just use one article. Okay, you need to use both sources to support your argument. Very important. Can't stress that enough. And then finally it brings us into our conclusion. And your conclusion, look at argument 1, argument 2, argument 3. You're going to summarize your entire paper. You're going to list your arguments in the same order that you had them in your body paragraphs. Okay, which is in the same order as how you outline them in your intro paragraph. Okay? If you follow these organization steps for both the whole essay and the intro paragraph, you're going to do just fine. Remembering that you're going to use both sources. That's really important. Use both sources and to follow some sort of organization practice. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it this way, but this is the way that I usually have people do it because it makes sense and you can do a good job. Okay? Thanks. Got the stash on.